Day one arrival. The rain was relentless when Lily Parker drove up the cracked driveway of her late aunt's Victorian house in Vermont. She had inherited it unexpectedly, and though she had always been curious about the sprawling, creaky old place, standing in front of it now, with the wind rattling the shutters, made her hesitate. Inside, the house smelled of mildew and dust. Cobwebs clung to the corners, and the floors creaked beneath her boots. As she set down her bags, something in the attic caught her eye, a faint glow, just enough to make her curious. When she climbed the narrow wooden staircase, she found a small trunk in the corner. On it, sitting perfectly upright, was a porcelain doll. Its brown curls were tied neatly, and its pale face had eyes so deep and lifelike they seemed to watch her as she moved. A tiny tag around its wrist read, "Lily, for you." Shivers ran down her spine. She didn't remember her aunt owning any dolls. She set the doll on a shelf and tried to unpack, but she kept sneaking glances at it, unnerved by the way it seemed to study her. By nightfall, the storm outside had grown fiercer. Lily lay in bed, pretending to sleep, but she could swear she heard faint tapping sounds from the attic. She told herself it was the wind. She tried to ignore it. Day 2. The first night Lily awoke to a soft noise. Tap, tap, tap. She froze. The doll wasn't on the shelf. It was on the floor by her bed, sitting upright. Its eyes seemed brighter in the dim light. Her heart pounded. "No, no, no, no," she whispered. She picked it up carefully and returned it to the shelf. For hours, she stayed awake, listening. The sound of tiny footsteps echoed from above. At one point, she thought she heard a soft, childlike whisper, "Stay with me," when morning came. The doll was back on her dresser, exactly where she had put it, as if nothing had happened. She tried to convince herself it was all imagination, but a nagging fear had begun to creep into her mind. Day 3. The warning. That night, Lily decided to record the room with her phone. She placed it across from the shelf and lay in bed, pretending to sleep. At 2:17 a.m., her phone's recording captured a faint scraping noise. She shot up in bed and saw the doll had moved slightly toward the edge of the shelf. Its head tilted, and its glassy eyes seemed almost alive in the darkness. Then came the whisper again, "Closer this time, you can't leave me." Lily scrambled to pick up the doll, but before she could touch it, the lights flickered. When she opened her eyes fully, the doll was gone. On the floor lay the tiny, wet footprints leading to the attic stairs. Her breath caught. She knew she had to face whatever was inside the doll, but fear rooted her in place. A chill filled the room, and a soft, deliberate tapping came from the attic above. The last thing Lily saw before she ran for the stairs was the doll sitting at the top, its head slowly tilting toward her, its mouth slightly open, as if smiling, as a soft, chilling whisper echoed, "I've been waiting," to be continued in part 2.